So what I hear you say is for someone to be that leader where people would follow you without you even asking them to follow you, you need to create a sense of tribe. And creating that sense of tribe, you have to inspire them and then create a sense of tribe. To create a sense of tribe, you have to create a sense of connectedness. You have to make people feel connected. And simple things you can do is celebrate their birthdays, have you bring your meal from one country, let's all try it. I think that's brilliant.
And respect.
Yes.
You have to respect culture, you have to respect person, you have to respect their thoughts, their life, and this is how you will inspire them.
Correct.
Basically, and just to give the attention.
Welcome to Negotiation Secrets. This is your number one podcast where we talk about all things negotiation. I have different people from different parts of the world at different stages in their career who come in here to share their information. They share their journey and we can learn a thing or two from their experiences. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Esomeme. I'm a board certified internal medicine physician. I have a master's in global health and a PhD in health services policy and management. Today I have Miss Veronika Kim, who is with me in the studio. Miss Veronica has over 10 years of experience in sales and marketing, but the main reason why I have her here is her leadership skills. We're going to dive into all of that later on. Miss Veronica, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gloria. It's a pleasure to be a guest in your podcast and talk about the important thing for the woman. As I said, thank you again for inviting as a woman supporting woman.
Of course, we got to support each other.
Absolutely. I love your energy.
Thank
love
you.
your vibes, and whatever you're doing also for women, it's very important.
Thank you. So, look at her just throwing praises just at the beginning of the podcast. We haven't even started and I'm feeling really good about myself.
Because you are.
Thank you.
The people, I believe people has some kind of aura and energetic, and then you can click from the first sign.
Correct.
Or you cannot.
Correct.
And it's also normal because all of us, we're different. We have
Correct.
From different culture, we are in different educations and everything. So you cannot be very, very good for everyone.
Correct.
But there is some connections happen, and I believe it's happened for a reason.
I agree.
And especially now with the support that women can extend to each other. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
You're talking about culture. People are from different culture. Can you tell me about your background, where you're from, and how because right now we are in Dubai, and how you got to Dubai?
Yes.
And how long you've been here?
I'm originally from Uzbekistan.
Yes.
But I have Korean blood, so it's already like a mix. I came to Dubai when I was very young.
Yeah.
And I love this country. It's become my second home.
Yes.
What I like about the Dubai is also that it's multinational and have a different culture.
Yes.
You can learn a lot. You can have a lot of opportunity to meet these people like you cannot do it when you are in your country.
Yes.
So I'm here almost 16 years. That's why it's my home. I love it. And all the good things what happened with me, it's happened here. That's why it's a lot of feelings that I have for this country. I start to work here. I start my career here.
Did you go to college here?
I went to the university for the study professional courses here. While I was working in hospitality, I did sales and marketing courses for the London College and the Zabil Institute. So it's the courses which I was required to do if I want to change the job. Because when I came first time, I worked in the hospitality.
Right.
And I wanted to move to the sales and marketing, and this is what I'm passionate for.
Okay.
So when I move here, I start my work, and I meet my husband here. So the career start here.
I think your life started here.
Yes.
Literally, you got married, you met your husband while you were here, your career started here.
And you cannot believe, I have my child here. You know, we travel around the world. We went to Indonesia, we live in Qatar as well.
Yeah.
But my son was born here in Dubai.
So you came here 16 years ago?
Yes.
So were you here 16 years straight, or you went and came back?
I was coming and going back. So the first we stay around 10 years, then we moved to Indonesia.
I see.
And from the Indonesia, we lived there around 2 years. We moved to Qatar. Also lovely country. I love the Qatar. I have a lot of friends there. And since 2016, we moved back to Dubai. because as I said, my heart is here. I love it, and yeah.
Okay, so let's go through your journey, because why I like to have my guests share their journey, because yes, all our stories in life are intertwined. I could hear your story and get inspired and then tweak my own journey by your own experience. I don't have to experience everything. I could learn from you and then make my journey shorter by trying to do some of the things that you did. So you came in here. Did you already have some college degree when you got here, or you got here and they said, oh, you need to take XYZ courses for you to get into this direction? How did that happen?
Yeah, so of course, when I came here, I was already have my degree.
Yes.
But to start the work and start the career, you need to have supportive documents.
I see.
This is where I decided to take a courses.
Correct.
So, which is authentic, which is approved by KHDA here. So
Correct.
it's educational authority. So it needs to be signed that I get the course here. So I adapt it to the market. I know I can speak English, and then I can communicate. I can do this self. So I did this course here, and then I shift from the food and beverage, I shift to sales department. So the first jobs that I get after that, it was a sales executive in the hospitality world.
Was it hard for you to switch?
It was not hard, because basically in food and beverage, you almost doing also the some kind of upselling program,
Yes.
you're offering and everything. It's just the products is different, and of course you have to be more professional way to approach your clients.
Correct.
Because the clients are different, yeah. And
No,
as I said,
but what did you have to do to shift? Because to move from one industry to another, it's not like, oh, I'm going to bed today, tomorrow I wake up and then I'm in another industry. So how did you transition? What was your advantage?
I think it's like mindset, what you have, and it's really you're eager to grow, because you're realizing in one part, oh, I'm here, this is enough for me. Yes, it's enough for me, but would I like to have something more? Yes, I do. And then you're doing this, maybe not from the beginning, the big steps, but you're doing small action towards what you would like to do.
Yes.
And during my career, I shift several times. I work in trading, I work in real estate, I work in hospitality, and now it's totally different journey for me. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes. I like how you said it. I'm an entrepreneur. I like how you're owning it.
It's good and kind of cliche that people say that now.
So you said for you, it was that eagerness and the mindset. That's how you could move from one industry to another.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this question, because I teach women how to know their value, how to know their worth, and I've known my value and my worth for a long time. However, there is this scarcity mindset, right? Where even though you know your value, you feel like the thing that you really want is not out there. So because you feel what's out there is what you need, what matches your value is scarce, you end up selling yourself short.
Yes.
You know, so what can you speak about that, so women would know how to handle themselves in such a way that they can overcome the scarcity mindset, however, or even when they face scarcity in real life, how they can navigate that process?
So many times women are underestimated.
Correct.
And of course it affects us. Society, social expectation, it's always affect us.
Of course.
And you feel sometimes, even you know your value, you feel, oh, you know, these thoughts, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should ask this or not. You know it very well when you're teaching a woman for the negotiation for the salary, for example, you know,
correct,
for a job.
Correct.
And it's happened with me as well. It's not that in the day why I was like so good and confident, I will get the work. No, it happened with me a lot, because I already know that I'm worth it.
Yes.
I can get it.
Yes.
But then you feel like, oh, what they will say, you just move, you don't have like really experience, and you know how to work always. You have to have 10 years of experience. Exactly.
Yes.
So it's insane, and all the time you feel it, but then you see how much I want it to happen. So it's everyday work with yourself.
It's every day. So every day you keep working on yourself every day.
Yeah, because these thoughts is by naturally, it's how our brain
It's our default setting.
Absolutely. It's
so you have to
default
fight
things.
it.
You have to fight for it inside yourself.
Yeah.
And to say, no, I'm worth it. No, I can do this.
Yes.
I can do if I want it. And this is how helped me, at least. Like,
Correct.
even now journey that I have with entrepreneur, every day I have a thought. And every day I have a doubt. Should I do this or should I do that?
Yes.
It's normal. We're human.
So what's your compass when you have all of these doubts in your mind? What keeps you going? How do you know the right decision to make?
What I have to learn, because I study psychology. This is how the project is born, and this is how I want to really help women and to empower women.
Yes.
To be ready for the different life of stages that we are going through. And this is the battle and negotiation, as you say, every day.
Yes.
We need to be prepared for it. Yes, there is one day when you are so down, and if you feel this by not on your mind but your body, and you get so many rejection until you will get yes. But this is yes. In the end, Correct. It will be very good yes.
Yes.
But before that, you might have 100 rejection. And I believe it's also good to practice for yourself. So you just, yes, it's not that pleasant when they said, no, you're not qualified. You said, okay, you accept. So acceptance is also very important for us.
So if they say no to you, should you accept it or should you not accept it? You can, do you accept their no, or do you hear the no and not accept it, but you move on to another person?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of acceptance. I mean, acceptance of the situation.
Gotcha.
So today it's no. Yeah. Yes, you have to accept. So you don't go and cry 3 hours and then, oh my God, what shall I do? The ice cream.
Should we cry 1 hour? So maybe 1 hour.
If it's needed.
Yes.
To be honest, if it's needed,
yeah.
we need. You can.
Yes.
Because we are women. We have so much emotions.
Yes.
So much.
Yes.
And we are different by physiology,
of course,
and the mindset than men.
Correct.
So if you want to cry, please. Correct. Sometimes you know what I did?
Tell me.
It's very crazy. I didn't talk about it often. There was one day when I felt that I'm so under pressure, not only with the project, because woman is the core of the house.
Of course.
You're a wife, you're a mother, you're a sister, you're a daughter. So even you get married one day, you will still have this careness of your parents.
You still have all the responsibilities you had before. Yes.
Absolutely.
And more.
And more and more, and pets and everything. Yeah, because like first the kids start, Mama, I want a dog, and then the dog is your responsibility.
Correct.
So women really, really need to put so much attention for themselves, for self-care.
Yeah.
So you need.
So if you need to cry, then you should take that time and cry.
So what I did that time, I went to the car, and I remember driving, parking, and traffic. You know, sometimes it can be crazy.
Yes.
So I was stuck in the traffic. I was late. I received very big no for a very good project that I want to do so much. And then I cannot reapply. I have to wait some certain of time.
Yeah.
Then I hear that like my mother, it's like, you know, when you have a problem, they come all in the batch, one by one.
Yes.
So then I felt that like my mother doesn't feel well. Here my son starts to be sick, and I feel like, what's going on? And you don't know how to deal with the emotion, but you cannot keep it in the body because it also will affect you.
So what did you do?
I scream in the car. I just put the very, very loud music.
Yeah.
Very, very loud. So I stuck in the traffic. So I just start to scream. After scream, I start very, very loud singing with the music of the radio or whatever. I think like everybody look at me a little bit crazy. They think that this woman is cuckoo. But it's after some time,
you feel better.
Helped me. I feel better.
Yes.
And I say, good that I did. But I didn't keep it inside the body, and it will be affect anything maybe worse than I think. So I just scream.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Japanese, they do it a lot.
Just to feel better.
Just to feel better. They go to the nature, like a mountain or I don't know, the wood, some kind of forest, and they just scream.
So, for me, if I feel like crying, I cry.
Yeah, this is good.
I cry, but because sometimes it may be, how would I describe it? So in the hospital, especially during COVID, right, when people were dying right, left, and center, I will be running codes, resuscitating patients, and I'll be crying.
Oh my God, you're so strong, woman.
And I would cry. Like I remember this. I was in the ICU. There was a lady who was on one bed. She died. They took her for a funeral, and then her sister came back, was on the same bed, and then I also had to code that sister, and she died. It was just too. People were just dying right, left, and center. And normally, I can't even, if I see someone crying, I would want to cry. And so that's why I knew I cannot be like, I can work full time in the ICU because when the patient dies, because ICU have very sick patients, the chances of dying is really high, is that the families will be consoling me. Like, it's okay, doctor. It's okay.
Not the vice versa, yeah?
Yes. They're like, and then they say, we know you did your best, and that just kills me. I'm like, I did my best, and this person still died. Like, I don't think I did my best. Like, yeah. So for me, I don't hold it back. I remember one of my friends was saying, oh, if you were my doctor, I wouldn't want you to cry. I'm like, well, if I feel like crying, I'm going to cry. I'm going to let it out. That's just how I feel at that point in time. As long as I can still perform, I'm still professional. I'm not using swear words. I am still caring for my patients. However, I just went through, because I may be a doctor, but that's also a human being like me who just died.
Exactly.
So I strongly believe in just letting things out. But let's go back to your story, right? So you came to Dubai, and then you had to take a few courses, then you got into sales, and then you wanted to pivot, and then you did with the mindset and the
by
eagerness.
The way, I wanted to tell the time the sales was so much difficult. Not like now. Now you have an internet, you have social media.
What were you selling?
We are selling the hotel. So what we do, we have the corporate sales. So you basically went to going to corporate companies and you're doing the deal, whatever they have a guest or training or workshop, so they can come and stay in the hotel. And this is how we negotiate. So you basically don't sell the whole outlet, laundry, any other services that the hotel can provide or hospitality. So, and that time I still remember there were no LinkedIn.
Correct.
They just start Facebook, but didn't go
so viral. It was not the way it is now.
Absolutely. There was not even the internet that much.
It was slow.
It was slow, and then you cannot do anything. I remember when we do this, like a global program for the big chain, you have to wait an hour until it's like, to download the properly.
Correct.
So we have like this yellow page.
Oh, you use yellow page.
We used the yellow page.
Wow.
And a part of that one, because depends on the property and depends on the chain, in the cells you have different industrial, so you are dividing accounts by industry or geographically.
I see.
Because geographically you need to do it because of the traffic in Dubai.
Right.
Although it was not like now, but still it was existing.
Yeah.
So we used to go to the industrial areas and knock every single door. Knock. Wow. So after sometimes, like after a year, I don't understand the corporate as well. You're going and suddenly you feel very big post. No salesperson allowed. Because it was not only hotel. It was everybody.
So they started having posts saying no salesperson allowed.
Absolutely. Because imagine they're on the meeting on something and everybody knocking the door. Because it was not only us as a hotelier.
Everybody.
It was everywhere. Like you need to sell, I don't know, transportation. You need to sell anything.
Everything sells. Oh, I see.
So
now it's kind of like all the email that we get now used to be people knocking on your door.
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous.
It's so difficult. It was so difficult. You need to find this decision-making person.
Yes.
Until you reach him.
You keep searching.
We always keep it's doorkeepers. There is a lot of doorkeepers, Not like now. Now you open LinkedIn, you go to the company, you see the CEO, you see it's so easy
before there was no access.
Absolutely. But I think it's the very good school, for rejections, first of all, and for discipline.
Yeah.
And to keep the strength in you.
Correct.
So you think, if I can do that, so now just to send the mail, I can do it easily. So this is how it was before, and it was
Yeah.
not easy. Yeah.
And so you moved. So that was why you moved. You're like, no, this is a little bit too much. I need to move to something different.
Yes, and then no, I still continue career in hospitality. I
Yes.
love it, hospitality by default, because I love to meet new people, and it was so interesting for us because working in this segment, you know so many companies. And you need to know what they do. You need to know what the contracts they have or interest. Imagine how much information you have in your head. It's amazing. And then when you go to conversation for networking, people are really surprised that you know the companies. So it's become like, you know, one of my strengths. Like I said that, I know so many things about the companies. And I stay still in hospitality long.
Okay.
Then we moved to Qatar and talking about the woman life stages.
Correct.
So you have your career and suddenly your spouse said, we are moving. So you have to pack.
Did you
have to resign.
Did you fight it, or you just said, or he just said, oh baby, let's move? You're like, all right.
No, it was kind of negotiation because he doesn't. We're supposed to get married, but his contracts happen like 8 months before.
Yeah.
And we need to move to Indonesia.
Yeah.
And Indonesia in that time, it was the country when once you arrive, you need to have some kind of probation period for 3 months, so you cannot fly out. And he couldn't do the visa for me as a girlfriend.
Right.
So I have to be a spouse. So we just speeded up the process of a wedding. It's fine. It was so funny when I was telling my friend, can you come on Thursday? It's like 2 days after. She said, why? We're getting married.
It was just you had to get married in 2 days.
I have to marry it in the 7 days. Yeah.
Oh my.
Because the contract and he cannot. And this is what I see women, we are sacrificing a lot. We're supporting our
spouse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I have a good career. I just become sales.
Were you happy?
Sales manager.
Were you happy to do that, or were you really sad, or was it like you had to pick one or the other?
You have to pick under one because I did a good career. I did it like it was only 1 year and 2 months, and I was already promoted to sales manager, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And suddenly, we have to move. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So all my life was here. I have friends. I have.
You had your whole world.
My work, all world, and then I have to pack and just go to the country which I never been.
Wow.
So we went there, and then when we moved to Qatar, in Indonesia, it's difficult to find a job in terms of the hospitality because we were in Jakarta, and the most opportunity that my colleague tried to help me to find, it was in Bali, but it's like 2 hours flight.
Yeah.
So. And for me, like first I was thinking like, maybe I stay like 6-8 months, and then you come and then, but he was saying, I don't believe in the long distance relationship.
Yes.
And then I was also thinking like, how can it been working? It's not good if we decided that we want to get married and that we need to. So you sacrifice, you go there.
Yeah.
There I didn't work for 1.5 years almost, but it was also good.
I was gonna say that must have been refreshing.
In the beginning, it was not.
Yeah.
I had a depression. Why? Because you come, you don't know the country, and they have a rainy season. 6 months.
Oh.
And I love sun. That's why you know that I'm 16 years here. In Indonesia, it's a beautiful country. It's everything beautiful, but the weather condition, it's like so much humid. And you have 6 months rain, and the sky is like dark all the time, like in UK, in London.
It's kind of
you feel
gloomy.
depression, you open the window and then suddenly you feel like, and there's no fresh air. You open and then humidity. So plus I didn't know anybody, and he goes to work, and I just staying there. There is even you don't find the television. There is no internet that time, So you don't find your channels that you want to watch. You don't know where you're gonna go. So it was very hard for me.
I can imagine.
After like very very like active life and work and gym and friends, and then suddenly you're in the country which you don't know.
You're stuck at home, not having friends, not having any social network except from your spouse.
And once I relaxed, I said, okay, this is the life. You need to think about it, what you can do. You can still do something good. So I found a course for the artist, the painting. I found a cooking class. I found a good friends, and we had very good time.
How did you find the friends?
When I went to the course, you just talk.
I see.
And
You see, because what I was asking is that some people go to new countries or new cities. They're like, how do I make friends? But from what you said is you started attending courses, and
Yes.
when you get involved in the community, and in that process, you made friends
Absolutely.
naturally. It's not like you went on the streets and say, hey, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to be my friend?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is help you to communicate, to find this, environment. And I
Yes.
found that there is the woman like me. So
Correct.
as a woman, it's not like men. We need our tribe. We need our community.
We need our tribe.
We need the support from each other.
Yes.
A statistic even said that the woman accepting, and it's more beneficial for women when she get compliments from the woman, not from men.
Oh, really?
It's really interesting, yeah?
I can see why though, because a man can compliment you for
Different reasons.
yes, but when a woman compliments you, it's genuine.
Yes. It's come from the heart.
Yes.
So yeah, it was like very nice, and I found the friends, and I said I already relax. I kind of get used to. I said, oh, this is actually good life, you know.
Yeah.
You are like now relaxing. How many years you working, supporting yourself?
Yeah,
this
so
is
you just
time
need a
to
break
relax.
sometimes. Yeah.
Once I relax,
It was time to move.
It was time to move. I said, okay, where are we moving now?
Yeah.
We moved to Qatar. So it's also the country which I didn't, never
It was
been.
new. Yeah.
It's new. So I said, okay, but I was thinking, okay, in Qatar I still can work because it's also kind
Part
of
of the
a different
Middle East.
culture
Yeah.
and part of Middle East, and that's what I can do. And luckily when I moved, because previously I moved in this chain of the hotel,
Yes.
I still have ex-colleague, and they start to recommend me my CVs to the director of sales for the different chain. So I start to work again in the hotel, but again I start as a sales manager. So this is what sacrifice that woman does.
Yes.
Every time we move,
Then you take steps back in your
you
career.
have to step
So
back.
you were sales.
Payment as well.
Correct. So initially,
You lose it.
no, my question was, so when you in Dubai, you were sales manager.
Yes.
And then when you left, were you sales manager? What was your position?
Yes. What I mean, so I kind of spent 1.5 years, and then when I go, I could easily take assistant director of sales because
you already had the
and everything.
experience.
I have the experience, but no, I have to start.
You have to pay the price for chilling for a year and a half.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah, and it's not easy. And by statistics also, every woman when they're relocating because of the family and everything, they're taking step back.
But the times are changing a little bit. Sometimes it's a woman who has a good job and then the man is moving with her.
Yes, this is also started now, but I mean majority
of the time it's
until now. Yes, unfortunately, even when we're taking break for maternity.
Correct. Men do not take those breaks. Yes.
We are feeling, apart of feeling guilty, that now, oh my God, I don't know anything on what's happening. For your career, it's also difficult. This is another like stage of our life.
Correct.
So we need to, again, it's kind of changing career.
Correct.
And it's again stop. And believe me, as a woman, you can be very, very, very confident.
Yeah.
But during this life stages, we're losing it.
Yes.
And once we lose it, it's
very hard to get it back.
It's very hard to get.
It's very hard to get it back.
You start to feel guilty. You start to feel
like you're not good enough. You think you've lost it. You feel everyone's gone ahead of you and all of that. And even when men move, even when the woman is like the primary breadwinner and they move, men do not get pregnant.
Absolutely.
So he's never going to say, oh, I'm pregnant, so I can't perform as much as I was performing before I got pregnant. Absolutely. Even if he's the primary caretaker of the child, there's some things men would never experience.
Never.
So I get it. So you got to Qatar and then you got back into sales. And how did you move from sales to marketing? Was that when you were in Qatar, you came back to Dubai?
No, actually the marketing I was even doing before I go to the hospitality. I was the marketing manager for the trading company and the real estate. Mm-hmm. So I did all these things. Then I moved to the hospitality. I was more in the south. And later on, when you go, your job like anyhow interfering with the sales and marketing all together.
Yes.
So I stayed with them quite long time, and I had.
So this was in Qatar that you stayed with them.
Yes, I have very good team.
How long were you with this team?
We've been around like 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah, oh wow.
So it was very good, and I grew with the team.
Right. How big was the team? I asked that, and then
the sales department was like about 14 people.
Okay. And how
including
many
the
people
director
did you
of
have?
sales.
How many people did you have
In my direct responsibility, it was 5. Indirect, another 6. Nice feeling.
So question for you: how do you think that cohesion came about? I guess I think nothing happens by chance. No one wins the Olympics by accident. You're like, oh man, I just won the gold medal. It was by accident. No, there has to be some work put in place for you to achieve that. So what do you think was the secret sauce, the magic for you having that kind of team?
I think it's like a teamwork. You always think about your colleague or your team member when you're taking action. So you're putting yourself initially in their shoes.
Correct.
And when you don't see really a problem and going to the blaming mood, who did who? When you start to finding solutions, okay, we have a situation.
But who creates that culture? Is it the boss? Is it like who comes up with that culture of? Because I think culture, when there's a culture in a place, people who get into that place, they fall into the culture of that place.
Yes.
Right. If you're in a place where all people do is complain and backbite, if it's not your kind of person, you would leave. But people will either rise or fall to what they find going on. So who do you think created, how did you think that culture? I'm asking purposefully so that other entrepreneurs who are listening, who are trying to create teams, they would know what culture they need to create for people to thrive and have that kind of experience that you had.
I think it's come from every person in the team, first of all. Mainly from the leaders, from the boss, because he has some certain authority to pursue or not.
Yeah.
But it has to come from each person.
Correct. Each person has to contribute to it.
Absolutely. If you want to change, if you want to contribute, if you want to be. It's I cannot say that like, oh, whole my team loves me. There is like some of them, maybe they don't like me because it's not, it doesn't make them bad or make me bad.
No.
We just not connect.
Correct.
Our visions are different and our
your styles are different.
Strategy and the styles are different.
Yes.
And I work with the multinationality. We have Indian, we have Egyptian, Lebanese, Russian, so Philippines. We have so much international
diversity,
and diversity. But when you have this a really teamwork and efforts and the respect, then when this magic is happen. But of course, I believe the leaders has to give you direction.
Correct.
Where to go, and you see, so they have to identify and they see the sparkle in you.
Correct.
So they will
nurture
it and support you. So
because some places where all people do is gossip and backbite. So
the hotel is a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I feel like it's the leader who can squash that behavior. So if I'm the boss, someone comes to meet me and then they're talking about someone, right? And then I start and they tell me stuff rather than me asking questions to really tease what that person is saying. Because people coming to talk to you as the leader, it's not every time that it's bad. Absolutely. Right? Because sometimes it's something you really need to listen to and then take action. However, before you start reacting, you need to take a step back and then tease out what they're saying and say, okay, what is the truth here? Right? And sometimes you play devil's advocate and say, okay, this person may be acting this way because of this, and then you call that person. However, if you're in a setting where you tell the leader stuff and the leader enjoys the gossip and starts to create like cliques.
It's also happened, especially they say before when you're working in the woman group, that can be started.
And then there are cliques. There are cliques that some people can never get into that clique. And then the people who are not in the clique, they feel so miserable working in that place. So how do you think? So I know the leader that everybody brings something to the table. But if I am starting my own business, I'm trying to get my team. I'm not going to say, well, this person who I just employed, you're responsible for the culture in my organization. So what do you think will be the main thing I need to do to make sure I create the right environment in my system with my team?
For sure, when you build a company, you have to know your core. You have to know your vision and mission, and you will need to be able to deliver them to the employee which is coming. They need to understand. And I think on the interview, in the right first moment when you talk, and then you can see the sparkle.
Correct.
I believe so.
Yes.
You can see the sparkle, and you can see that even this person doesn't have this much experience, but he has this motivation, because motivation is the key as well. to get a great job.
Yes.
So when you see the motivation, it's easy for them. But of course, you need to create your culture.
Yeah.
You need kind of, for the big organization, you need to do some of kind of rules and conduct. You know, you have to do this orientation.
Correct.
So in the hospitality, usually what they have, because they hire from the different country employees.
Correct.
As I said, different culture, different level of education, difference, everything different. So they need to do orientation for them, not only for the country and the culture of the country, but culture of the company as well, and the other colleague. And it's so important because you also have to know and you have to feel comfortable with who you're working. Because trust, it's one of the major points when you're working with your colleague.
Yes.
So I'm trying to put them from the different mood and trying to ask the different questions.
Correct.
And then you feel that like they already lost. So this is specifically in the sales, it will not work. You have to be very adaptive. You have to think quickly, strategically. So he might be very good for the I don't know, the spa or wellness or whatever. So very calm and you don't have rush and everything.
Yes.
But on the sales, it's unfortunately not. Yeah. And you feel the person.
So you pick people in your team based on what you feel, what you believe is a good fit for them. So if someone is not a good fit for sales, there's no point trying to flog a dead horse. You just send them to a place where they'll be a better fit. So you don't try to make people learn the skills you don't think they innately have in them.
You need to learn. You need to give them a kind of orientation and educational stuff. The way how, because they might work and they might have very good experience, but in the different industry.
Right.
And it's not applies to your company.
Yeah.
And now we are talking more about already established company, you know, when have at least like a 10 and above employees.
Yeah.
For entrepreneur, there is the other aspects, I will tell you.
Yeah.
Then you will look only, not unfortunately, because you're a startup, you don't look only this thing to catch the best. Although it's very good strategy, you catch the best person, and then he will do everything for you. But for the entrepreneur journey, you have limited resources.
Yes.
To be honest, and then you can see if I can have person for that moment, and he has ability to learn.
Yeah.
Then you spend your time, and you teach
the person.
him or her.
Yeah.
And then you will see how it's going on and how it's working with that one.
Yeah.
And how you can divert. But if you're taking like my project now, I'm not the tech background at all. Yeah. Like I was all with the sales and marketing and everything. And now I have this startup with the tech. When I hire the team for development, how did I do? So I don't know anything. I'm not a coding person. But what helped me is educate myself. Okay. First of all, then before I want to educate somebody else.
Right.
And I'm not good on it. So when I go to the negotiate with my subcontractors, I already know their team already before they were subcontractor. I was negotiating good because I have this knowledge.
So how did you? So let's take 2 steps back. So you were in Qatar, and you were in sales, and marketing, and you had this team that you were working with. So still back to leadership, because I want to learn about your leadership skill, right? And then we'll get to what you're doing now. So what would you say was your biggest skill? For anyone who wants to lead a team, especially a very diverse team? What's the biggest skill you need to have? Because leadership it's influence.
Yes.
You know, and for me, I see leadership as kindness, it's empathy,
support.
Yes, it's support, it's listening, it's been there. So for you, what was the secret sauce that helped you? Because you and I both had this conversation before, right, about the team that you led, that even after you left them, they still support you and they still come to meet you for advice.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to get to, so that people listening can take that skill. And it's not all the time. It's not like it's not technical skill, right? It's not technical skill. It's not, I know how to code. It's, I know how to sell. You could know how to sell but be an awful leader, right? You could produce results but you're still an awful leader. But when you have these soft skills, you would produce results and you would still lead people right. So what would you say was your number one leadership skill while you were in sales and marketing with the hospitality group?
I would say that I could take it also from my boss, and this is what I implement. I always feel supported. And this is, you have to give this feeling to your team.
Yeah.
Whatever happen, they might do the mistakes.
Of course.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
But they know that you will support them.
How do you manage that? Because sometimes you just look at the person, you just want to kill them. You're like,
yes, it happened as well.
you're like, how could you make this kind of silly mistake? You should know better. You know
this is kind of things when you're putting your empathy and your humanity, and in the same time you have to put your cold head.
Yes.
Because yes, not everybody you like, and there was of course member of the team that you don't like that much.
Yes.
But still, you can't do this to take this personal level.
Of course.
Yeah. So you need to negotiate with yourself. How you want that they see you.
How you want to show
how
up.
you want that what they will do. So for me, it's always nice that they always ask me support. They always ask me advice.
Yeah.
It was very good. And and it's become even more than you know the colleagues. We become a friends. So years after, we're still communicating. We still kind of taking advice from each other. We're putting each other for the references on the different programs or maybe career changes.
Yeah.
So and it's really, really good.
So I want to ask you another question, because you said it's your biggest power is making the people who work, who you lead, making them know that you support them. So how would you handle firing somebody, right? So let's say I work for you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, Miss Kim, she supports me, but I'm not producing.
No, we had the situation.
Tell me, I want to hear the
situation
inside
in the team, and it was for me. It's still hard, you know. Even if I might not like this person so much, I always think about humanity. I always think he will lose the job. Maybe not at good recommendations. It's hard to find. He has a family. He needs to support the family. So the battle is always there.
Yeah.
But also you have a work. You have a numbers. You have a budget, KPIs that you have to produce. And then you ask yourself, okay, to be fair, let's give them a chance.
Okay.
So there is always chance to go. And then it's already kind of, from one side, maybe it's kind of a little bit hypocritic, but you can also relieve from yourself to not feel guilty.
Oh, yeah, like where I give them the chance, but they never really rose to the challenge.
So, although sometimes, like really happened with me, like as I said, I'm not like here, like, you know, very best smart person in the world. No, but although I knew that he will fail.
You knew he was going to fail. So
I knew it, but still, you know, you still, okay.
You did that for your conscience. Let's give you another chance. Yes. I know you're not going to rise up to this occasion, but I don't want you to go around saying no one gave you a chance.
Learn.
Yes. Huh. That is so interesting. So in your experience, do you think women and men show up differently? So when women are challenged at work, do they show up differently compared to men? The person who told you, oh, you know, you didn't listen, was it male or female? You know,
male.
It was male. Okay. So do you think men and women, they show up differently?
Yes, and I think it's also culturally.
Yeah.
Because in some culture, it's very difficult to get woman boss, I would say.
Yes.
You know, and they cannot accept it. And they don't want to learn. So what I always suggest is like think twice, and kind of to do that, maybe you need a break.
Yeah.
Then you resign by yourself. It's much better
than to be fired.
Yeah. So for me, I will always give this opportunity to think, to take a step back.
Yeah.
If it's not working, or maybe it's already not your job, or not your passion to do. So you cannot do something that you don't like and drag, and you will hate everybody around the world.
So it's better for you to just, kind of fire yourself before you get fired.
Yes.
So at least it gives you some degree of control, even though it's not real control.
Yes.
It's pseudo control, but you're like, you know what? I left the job. They didn't fire me. But we knew you were fired. How much advocacy do you think a leader has to do for the people who work for them to move them? Because for people to move forward in their careers, you need mentors and sponsors. You need people who would speak for you when you're not in the room. So so it's a loaded question I want to ask. So how would an employee or a mentee position themselves for that leader, for people to speak about them positively? And then to what extent do you think that really works out?
It has to be combination of everything.
Okay.
So you need to give them the chance to shine.
Right.
And not only the shine,
Yeah.
to chance to prove themselves.
Correct.
Because in other case, you will just do everything for them.
Right.
It will not be also very good.
Yeah.
But I think true leader has to inspire. When the team will look at them, they will know. There is all like our basic feelings as a human, that
Yeah.
you need to be safe, that he supports you, you can trust this
Yes.
person. And when you see and you think, when you look at it and say, he is really good, I want to move to, if he move, I move for him.
Right.
You follow the leaders. And I see so many good examples like this with my colleagues. When the one person moved, although the property was beautiful, he took all the team.
He took everybody with him.
Yeah, he didn't took.
Right. No, he didn't ask them to come with him. They just followed him.
Absolutely. And people that follow him.
What was so
And it
special
was
about him?
No, during my career, I felt it several times. I remember when I was still studying and I was working on the summer, there was also changing organization, and the whole management left. So the old people who were working in the department, they also left.
Well,
yeah, it was maybe not smart decision because everybody later on struggled to find a job.
Oh.
Yeah, but that one, the first time was show me how that good leadership can show you that the people can follow you. And then years later...
But that they didn't really follow, right? So following is that, okay, let's say I left Marriott for Sheraton, and they follow me from Marriott to Sheraton,
yes.
right? That's. But if it's that I left Marriott for Sheraton, you're like, well, I'm going to leave Marriott, and you don't have a place to go. That's.
This is what a trick. But then I believe, in the time we were all young,
yeah.
not that much brain, just in university, 17 and a half, you can't believe you have this adrenaline,
yes.
in your body. So yes, we move as well. But it's also very good, imagine. So people, it was not only like us young people. There were people kind of in already middle age, but they also left. They left for nothing. But because they felt that it was so unfair
to the leaders.
And it was so unfair. And what the leaders did later on, they tried to find the jobs for the old who left.
So my question is, what is it about those leaders that would make people, they're like, I don't have another job. Were you leaving? You know what? I'm leaving this place too. What is it about those leaders?
That's what I think. It's the feeling of belonging. It's the family already. It's like a tribe. So you are one of us.
You feel like, okay.
And we always support you. We always safety, this kind of things.
How do you create that feeling of belonging in a place of work?
You have to be connected first. Yeah.
Okay.
Connected. It's also the different.
So
things.
when you say connected,
natural.
what does that mean?
It means
I have
that
to text them. I have to.
No. When you go to work, for example, you just start the new work and you have this such a new teams.
Yeah.
When I came to the work, the team was already kind of established.
Correct.
So they hire me as a boss for the already sales team.
Yeah.
So I was new.
Right.
So what will I adopt? I didn't come and start to make rules.
Correct.
Okay, so you do this, you did it, which then I came. I observe.
Right.
I see each person, how they deal, how they talk, how they nurture, what they do, what they perform. I check slowly in the company. And then you feel like, okay, this one you can work with. This can be not maybe or need much time. And then when you're taking the steps, because you come to them,
Correct.
when you're taking the step to understand them and to work with them,
Yeah.
not for them or they work for you and
Correct.
everything, work with them, with the team.
Yeah.
Then it's what's very good. So I remember I used to create this kind of team buildings, you know, the small, we agree to do the birthdays in the office. We agree to do, we call every Sunday breakfast time. So each person has to bring breakfast for all team, like a small staff order. So we have this one. So this kind of small things, but you feel
it brings. I see the connection, and
absolutely,
yeah,
and you feel belonging.
Yes.
This is was always good to see. And usually when the people are not going very good with each other, you start to tell him, okay, try to solve it by yourself. Two of you, you're adult, you sit, you talk. If there is anything, help, but don't come for me separate.
Come together
and we will just discuss the things. Yeah.
So what I hear you say is, for someone to be that leader where people would follow you without you even asking them to follow you, you need to create a sense of tribe. And creating that sense of tribe, you have to inspire them and then create a sense of tribe. To create a sense of tribe, you have to create a sense of connectedness. You have to make people feel connected. And simple things you can do is celebrate their birthdays. Have you bring your meal from one country, let's all try it. Another person brings a meal from their country. Just share each other's culture, you know, and then you mediate when there are issues. You don't take sides, you mediate. I think that's that's brilliant.
And respect.
Yes.
You have to respect culture, you have to respect person, you have to respect their thoughts, their life. And this is how you will inspire them.
Correct.
Basically, and just to give the attention.
Yes.
Because most of us, we are really, although we have a family, we have a good friends, all of us,
we need attention.
We need attention.
You need to be seen.
Yes.
You want to know that you matter.
Belonging and seeing and to feel that, yes,
I belong to this
I
group.
matter.
Yeah,
absolutely.
she knows me.
Yes, and they always ask me, what is your 3 words that help you in your career?
Yeah.
I always say this is challenging, achievement, and recognition. Yes, I need to be recognized. Yes. In other case, I will not be motivated. Correct. And it's not only for me. I think it applies to all employees.
Yes, everybody wants to be recognized.
Absolutely.
If you're doing something great, you want to be told that you're doing something great. Not like every time all they do is just call out your faults. We want to be challenged, but not every day you challenge me and you recognize me at the same time.
But this kind of challenge also applies to ourselves.
Right.
You need to challenge yourself. And to achieve, to be recognized. Just don't wait like, tomorrow they will give me gold medal.
Correct. But sometimes the task they give you at work is challenging.
Yes.
So that's the challenge. So, and you need to give people tasks that's challenging enough for them.
Yes.
So that way they're building that muscle, they're learning more. So you were in Qatar, you were doing this job, and then you moved back to Dubai.
Yes.
And then
when
you moved here, were you still in the hospitality industry?
Yeah. I was flying like every 3rd month to Qatar just for the meetings and then everything. And it was so nice.
Oh, so you kept your job in Qatar while you were here, and it was 3 days?
Because I was responsible for the UAE market.
I see.
So it was very good. And then, it was very good
you still with them or no?
No. Okay. And then I had my son.
Yes.
So this is totally different experience. And this is, again, we're talking a part of relocation. We're talking the life changes for the stage for a woman.
Yes.
And I always thought that I will be like this Instagram moms, with the heels, nails done, hair done, makeup, and my baby just like very cute and clean.
But you look it.
It's now because he's already 7, almost 8. And I was reading a lot of book. I thought that I'm prepared.
Yeah,
I
but
got
in reality,
everything. But when my child was born,
it
was totally like out of the world. I said, oh my God, where I am? And then suddenly you have this 20 minutes when he sleeps and you have to debate and negotiate with yourself. Rather you sleep.
Do you wash your hair?
You wash your hair, you read information that you need, or you just do something like for a home. And it was challenging and your body changed.
Yes.
You're not that pretty as you've been. I mean, it has their prettiness and women should accept it.
So you have an app where women of a certain age can go and find
best age. I will call golden age.
Yeah, the most wonderful phase.
We don't say middle age. We say golden age.
Yes, they can go find information on health, on wellness, on nutrition, on mindsets, rather than go on the internet and then you're searching for oh, how do I lose weight? You go there, you go through that. Oh, then you go to another page. What's the right nutrition for me? And then you go to another place. I think I'm depressed. How do I? So you created a one-stop shop where they can get all that information.
Yes. For us, what we're building technically, it's a comprehensive women well-being app that save your time by 30 to 40% to searching information. It increase your confidence and self-awareness.
But how can the app increase your confidence and self-awareness?
Because we have a lot of good experts like you who's so nice and who support revealing their knowledge and the content which a woman needs to know. And when we have these micro practices and fixed targeted content, and then we are doing as like a habit, small habits every day.
What you mean.
It's anchoring, and your confidence will be rise.
So there's information on how to build your confidence.
For sure. In the platform, we have a different type of expert as well. It's not only the information. We have the experts that you can go directly and book a session if is the content which they provide is resonate with you and you want to go deeply. But first of all, it's really personalized. You have questionnaire, you answer your questions, you have a guidance for to do on each section of your life, like mindfulness, nutrition, self-development.
Do you have like relationship counseling? Do you have it in there?
We are trying still because we just started.
I think that will be very important for people to know how to communicate better with their significant others.
This is in our plan, and then we put a lot of now we're recruiting, I would say, a lot of in our platform, because also for us it's very important about the expert. You know, it has to be certified, it has to have an experience,
they have to be qualified to give the advice.
Of course, because this is the advice and it can be changed somebody's life.
Correct.
So we are very
particular about who you let on.
And then picky, I would say.
As you should.
Even we are startup, but still. So and we were trying to build the safe environment for women, because usually, you know, the all 80% failure happen in the first step.
Of course.
So we are giving you first steps and this kind of small bridge towards to your well-being journey.
I see.
And once you start and you feel that it's not your friend, it's not that still that you're not ready for expert. It's just your platform.
Oh, so it's the woman's platform.
Yes, and you go and you check. It's all personalized for you. The content will show up to your likes and dislikes, for example.
Do you use some form of AI?
Yes, we're using AI for sure.
Okay.
But as I said, we're using AI in terms of the speed up process.
Okay.
Doing the overall guidance. But the content, 80% of the content,
it's real
experts. And it's very important for us. Because yes, AI can help us with the certain things. It's good. We're in this era when we can speed up the work, you know, and doing the kind of advanced stuff. But we need a human.
So I have this question for you. So you moved from being an employee full-time to being part-time and then quitting and then starting your own business finally. What would you say has been your biggest challenge in being a founder or an entrepreneur?
To be honest,
yes,
there's many, and I cannot even pick up which is was. It's so many, and it's so different journey, and it's lovely journey. But still, you will have the challenge every day. The most biggest challenge, I say, for every entrepreneur is just to move on,
to keep moving.
Because someday you just feel like, oh my God, maybe it's enough. Maybe it will not. Like, you know, these doubts and everything. But you need to have kind of this discipline, encourage yourself to move on. This is the biggest challenge, to move on. Do the action. Make it small, but do this every day.
Just keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Irrespective.
Absolutely. And I believe this one. But this is, as you know, better than me, being a doctor and about leadership and negotiation. It's negotiation with yourself every single day. Absolutely. You're the first woman that I met and who is talking about that much leadership and negotiation.
Oh, really?
And it so inspired me because as we talk always, we are laughing that negotiation, it's not only in your career, not only in your relationship, not only in your business, it's in between yourself.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And when we are that's why I'm inspiring what you're doing, and it's also such a nice that inspiration to get from you, and to have this also support to each other.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
Yes. No, thank you
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been a delight.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was such a beautiful conversation.
It was. So normally I end every episode with 3 asks from my audience. The first ask is usually based on the conversation that I had with you. And I think what you just said is a good segue. So my ask for you this week is, even when you feel discouraged, keep on going. And if you're at the phase in your life where you're not feeling discouraged, there's somebody who needs encouragement. So I would recommend that you find someone who needs encouragement and then encourage them. You deposit that, because a time will come when it would come back to you. So let's just pay good forward. If you need encouragement, just keep going, encourage yourself. And then if there's someone who needs encouragement, I think you should encourage that person. And then my second ask is, let's create a community of women who support each other. Share this episode, and then follow. So that way we keep encouraging each other. We're creating a community of women who support women who negotiate for themselves and for people. And then last but not least, I always leave you with this. I strongly believe you have the potential to be great. So go be great. Thank you.